Hi, how's it going? Today I'm gonna learn a song by ear. And why I'm doing this live? I forgot to say to you that we have two manners of learning a song, two ways of learning a song. And what way do I recommend? The way I recommend can seem to be just reading music, but in a matter of fact, the main way I recommend you to learn music is using your dominant ability. And this thought about dominant ability came from a question a teacher of mine when I was 22, 23 years old. He asked me one interesting thing that changed my way of understanding the study of music. And he asked me in one class do you read music very well and have difficulties with the ear, with understanding music by ear, or do you hear so well and you have difficulties in reading? And this idea was very interesting to me because I never had joined this information, and so I was already a teacher. I had my students, beginner students, and I realized that this is very common. This is very you can see this pattern. Some students has a lot of easiness to understand music reading, and others have this ear ability. And when you try to force the nature of them, they used to have difficulties. They used to lose their will to study sometimes. And I started to realize this, and when I understood this idea and I started to try it with my students, I had a lot of interesting results, because I have some experience in music, learning something by ear. I understand some chords by ear, but I was teaching them just reading. And it's very interesting to see the difference of the progress when you understand what is the main ability of your student. So I recommend you to search in your own story. What is the ability that you have more? Do you have a ear ability? Do you have a sight reading easiness? And so try to use this as your main process of studying. Some people, and I think a lot of people may be stuck in some part of some musical process, and try to experiment, try to use the another ability, try to search for the notes. And I have forgotten to do this. I have this easiness to learn by ear, but I developed this ability of reading and memorizing my reading, and this uh, um, and this becomes so easy to me that I prefer also, today I prefer to read. But there are some songs that we don't have the lead sheet to use, and so I'm gonna show, I want to show you a simple process of learning this. And why I'm showing you the process. For me as a teacher, the process is very important, because in my 16 year of doing classes, musical classes, I realized that many of the people that we think that are not talented, I think it's the teacher's fault. I really believe in this idea, because sometimes the teacher is doing a process that wasn't the process that made that teacher to get in that level he is or she is. All right, so I think the year helped me in a lot of situations. And I was telling, I'm sorry, I was telling about the process, and I would say that a little of what I do different of a lot of teachers here in Brazil, it's to see the process, to see how the person is studying, because some behaviors that person is having, in a lot of cases, and I see a lot of cases, really a lot of cases, can stop, can make a easy thing become a very difficult thing. So I recommend you, if you want, write on the comments how are you studying Brazilian music, how are you studying your improvise, because there are some details when we adjust, people grow up very fast, and this is a search that I've been doing from many years, when I discovered that some different ideas changed my understanding of music. So let's start this process for you that has more easiness with the ear. And I'm gonna do a different stuff, because I'm gonna use the YouTube to learn a forró song, and I'm gonna use the earphone to hear the song. I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna tell, but I won't play the song for you in this live, because I think I can have problems with the rights, and they can block my videos, or they can finish with the live when I'm doing that. So if it's boring to you, no problem, just write on the comments. I want to see, my intention is to help, and to help all the people that wants to learn the Brazilian accent. All right, so I've chosen a song called Cabelo de Milho. It's called it's from the composer Sivuca. Cabelo de Milho means hair of corn, hair's corn. No, corn's hair, I'm sorry. And I'm gonna put my earphone and give play, press the play in YouTube, and I'm gonna uh, show my process and share with you some details. All right, and let's go. Let's start. There is so many time I don't do that, but I think it will help a lot of people, a lot of different musicians can be can have good experience with this. Cabelo de Milho is a baião. It's I would like to have let's we have here introduction. It's in C major that I like to see if you have easiness to identify harmonies. It will be interesting to do together, for example. I identified now the chords of C7 and G minor 7. So we can identify here as a mixolydian harmony. If you understand I don't know Gregorian modes. I don't know how to say this in English. But if we take the scale, mixolydian scale of C, we can create some chords. And the first will be the one with the 7th, and the 5th is going to be the 5th minor 7. Interesting thing to say to you. I don't know if I'm gonna memorize just in one day. You can take many days, and how I said, in the same process of reading music and memorizing read music, I'm gonna study the piece that's I'm doing, and if it gets so difficult, if it's getting leaving me tired, I abandon that part and I go to another part of the song. When I'm getting confused, my memory is failing, I can do the same thing. All right. So identify these two chords. Let's see the melody. This is the first phrase. Note that's very interesting in baião. I think with this style, it's a slow baião. It's we can sometimes call it as a toada. Let me hear again the second phrase. Let me do the second phrase. Now note a lot of typical language. this in the other lives. For example, the mixolydian scale, mixolydian mode, the emphasis on the fourth of the scale. Let's play together with the recording. Again. I'm returning. I'm getting confused. I didn't learn almost anything. There is something like that, but the reason I'm getting confused in this intro, I'm gonna change the part of I am studying. Let me see. Let me sing together. Let me try again. Similar phrase. So let me repeat the phrase I've done. So I've done this. and I'm gonna tell you why. There is some process that we can do previously before you learn a song by ear. I don't know this melody by heart. I don't know how to sing this melody. It's new to me. So the process is gonna get more and more heavy. But I am learning, revising, reviewing, and doing the repetitions. When I get tired, I can return to the first part, for example, return to the introduction and resolve my doubts. Let me return to the intro. So note that my brain is more prepared to understand this part. Let me play together. Ah. And so, it's not perfect yet, but the main idea. Let me see what if it's similar with the recording. Similar. Let's return to the melody again, okay? The style sounds very slow by swing. So I think it's returning to the melody. The same phrase again. is, I think, is the chorus. Let me hear them a little more. There is a change of harmonies here. Very similar. It's not really the I have my main ability is to understand harmonies. Melodies are nothing the same first try, but it's like that. Something similar to that. And so. Something like that, and this idea is gonna improve in the next try. All right, you don't need to make a detailed phrasing. You are understanding the music. All right, you're gonna forget some ideas and return to them. But let me hear just one more time. We're going to the foreground. That is very common in my own changes. I have done a live talking about this fourth grade that is used on blues also. So my head is already getting confused. So I'm gonna review from the beginning. The harmony, and after that we go to the fourth grade, and I don't know what is the continue part. If you are already tired, you can also end the process and return on the next day. You can study. Don't use all your time to do things that leave you tired, because if you use all your energy to study everything, one subject, the most of times you won't have the will to study more in that day. So pay attention in your state to to change the study that you are doing. All right. Let me hear a little more of the. I think this. It's different than this. So I think it's here. To return to the introduction. So let me return to the first part and remind it. Improvise. Let's me hear the sound. There is a variation. that he's using at the accordion. Let me see if I can play it. When I was getting a little tired, you see, my reading it's much quicker than my hearing process. But let me try to play what I like. Some of you can be thinking, this is very simple to memorize, but try to memorize a melody that you don't know. Sometimes we have some intuitive solutions for this melody, and our head is gonna fight with us, trying to use that intuitive solution that not corresponds to the sound you are playing. What else more can I say? You realize that it's not a ready song, but for the first day it's very nice to understand this. And this, like I said, is a process of learning a song that I don't know. I had reminder situation where I was working at the ship, and there was a crew member that told me, Luciano, play for me Cabelo de Milho. And I remind that song, and sometimes he look at me, did you learn Cabelo de Milho? And I didn't know, I didn't study this song in that there is 10 years that I played at the ship. And today I remind the song, and I tried to challenge myself in memorizing. I didn't know what was going to come. I'm gonna play one more time to do a revision, and if I want to improve this, just returning the next day. I have so much information about the theme, and I can focus myself on the details. Alright, if this process is easier to you, invest on it, alright? Try to study in this way. Let me do one more time. thing I forgot to say, there is some very interesting diatonic solutions, mixolydian solutions and phrases that we can use to learn the Forró language. For example, there is some phrases that in your improvise will give you interesting ideas. For example, I always forget when I'm improvising to use the one at the beginning of the phrase. I always think on the seventh, but the one sounds very interesting. This idea I've heard Sivuca Dream. And learning songs will be always the opportunity to learn more about the accent. So if you know the values that are included on the accent, you're gonna learn more, because you're gonna recognize the conceptual ideas and join with the sounds you are hearing. Alright? So I hope you have enjoyed this experience. Tell me that it's a boring live because you weren't hearing with me. Hear the song that is on YouTube and tell me what do you think about my process of memorizing. It's not perfect yet, but it can be improved in the next days. Alright? So that was it. Thanks for watching one more time. I'm very happy to have your audience here, and I'm here in Facebook, Instagram and YouTube, and you can send me messages telling me what you want to know more about Brazilian music. Alright? So thanks for watching, and see you tomorrow for more lives and quick tips about the Brazilian accent and improvisation. Goodbye.